claim that goes to the truth of what the president knew and when he knew about an event that is central to the special counsel's Russia investigation.
This is CNN, home of fake news.
Well, Chris, tonight, sources with knowledge tell myself and Carl that Michael Cohen claims that then-candidate Donald Trump knew in advance about the June 2016 meeting in Trump Tower in which Russians were expected to offer his campaign dirt on Hillary Clinton. Crucially, these sources tell us that Cohen is willing to make that assertion to the special counsel, Robert Mueller. Cohen alleges as well that he was present, along with several others, when Trump was informed of the Russians' offer. He was informed by Donald Trump Jr. about that offer. By Cohen's account, Trump approved going ahead with that meeting with the Russians.
Because the president has denied any foreknowledge of this event, and this meeting goes to the question of intent to collude. Because indeed, his son in that meeting made him, said to, in a communication, that he was willing to get information, I love it, he said, from the Russians at this meeting.
Now, let's get into the context a little bit. Let's listen to what the president himself told the New York Times about whether he knew about this Trump Tower meeting.
I didn't look at it very closely, to be honest with you. I just heard there was an email requesting a meeting or something, requesting a meeting, that they have information on Hillary Clinton. And I said, I mean, that's standard political stuff.
Did you know at the time that they had the meeting?
No, I didn't know anything about them.
But you know, you gave us.
It must have been a very unimportant meeting, because I never even heard of that.
No one told you a word, nothing. I know we talked about this in the plane a little bit, but nobody.
No, nobody told me. I didn't know that. It's a very unimportant. Sounded like a very unimportant meeting.
All right, that's not the only denial we've heard from the president or his team about not knowing about the meeting.
That's right. That's been a consistent story for nearly a year now. One claim that has stayed consistent is that Trump had no knowledge of the meeting beforehand, was not told about it afterward, and he insists he first learned about it 1 year later when the New York Times first came to them with that information. Those denials, we should note, repeated not just by President Trump, but by his attorney, Jay Sekulow, Trump Jr., his son, Trump Jr.'s attorney, who we, of course, reached out to again tonight, as well as the White House press secretary, Sarah Sanders. And those people denying that Trump had contemporaneous knowledge of that meeting. We did a count, Chris, I should say, on more than 15 occasions.
Last month, the broadcast networks went wild over a report that Michael Cohen was preparing to tell investigators that President Trump had advanced knowledge of that infamous meeting between Trump Tower between Donald Trump Jr. and a Russian attorney. Here's a montage put together by the Media Research Center.
Bombshell. President Trump's longtime lawyer ready to deliver the goods.
Sources tell ABC News that Michael Cohen claims that Donald Trump had advance knowledge of the Trump Tower meeting.
Michael Cohen, the president's former attorney and fixer, claims that then-candidate Donald Trump was aware of the June 2016 Trump Tower meeting with the Russians before it happened.
And Michael Cohen claims President Trump knew of the controversial 2016 meeting with Russians that were expecting to give the campaign dirt on Hillary Clinton.
There was only one problem with the story. It wasn't true.
And you said that Michael Cohen was present for a meeting with then-candidate Trump and his son Don Jr. about the Trump Tower meeting. This is obviously an incredibly important issue. You've also said that Michael Cohen testified truthfully to the Senate Intelligence Committee, and according to the chair and the vice chair of the committee, he told them that he had no knowledge of the meeting until he saw it in the press. How can both those things be true? Either he knew about the meeting or he didn't know about the meeting.
Well, I think the reporting of this story got mixed up, and in the course of a criminal investigation, we were not the source of the story. And in the course of a criminal investigation, the advice we were given, those of us dealing with the media, is that we could not do anything other than stay silent.
So can you say now whether, in fact, Michael Cohen has information that President Trump was aware either before the Trump Tower meeting that Don Jr. was part of with a Russian attorney claiming to be part of, from the Kremlin with dirt on Hillary Clinton, either that Michael Cohen has information that the president knew about it in advance or knew about it immediately after?
Senator Burr and Senator Warner read the answer to the question about his testimony, which is that he said he was not aware ahead of time and did not hear anything to the contrary, and that was the testimony before the Senate as well as the House Intelligence Committees, and he said that that testimony was accurate.
So Michael Cohen does not have information that President Trump knew about the Trump Tower meeting with the Russians beforehand, or even
No, does not.
В голове играет звук помпового баса. Ускорению нет предела.